Hi, rockers. Hello, hello. Well, here we've got a new picture. Have a look. Oh my gosh. Looks like simple, but it has a lot of information. Okay, have a look at it as usual. We will be describing the visual description with implicit and explicit details, link to IB themes, link to Anglophone culture or cultures, personal interpretation, feelings, and a connection with with neurosciences. Okay, so chan 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 chan. That's an additional item. Good. Keep on looking at that. Weird. Hmm. Chan chan chan. This one appeared while with the book club we were preparing the story 1984. So, shall we jump? Good. It says, in this image, there is a large crowd of people standing closely together. They all look very similar in terms of clothing, posture, yes, and facial expressions, which creates a strong sense of uniformity. Most of them appear passive and silent. In contrast, at the center of the image, there is one individual standing alone, facing the crowd. This person is slightly separated from the group and appears more confident with a firm posture. Above the central figure, there is a speech bubble that says, "Yes, you are all wrong." This text immediately draws the viewer's attention and highlights the conflict between the individual and the majority. One against the world, all right? Have a look at it again. So this he says, you are all wrong, I'm right. That's the idea, okay? So explicit details versus implicit details. Explicit. A large uniform crowd, one individual standing alone, a confrontational statement in a speech bubble, you are all wrong, lack of color and emotional expression, implicit details, what you think, what you believe, pressure to conform, fear of expressing a different opinion, power of the majority versus the courage of the individual, social isolation as a consequence of speaking out. The image suggests that being right does not mean being supported. I love it. I love it. This is the picture. Remember, the image can portray, yes, this question of that being right means can doesn't imply that everybody will support you. Okay, so we've got link to IB themes, global ones, identities. The image explores how personal identity can clash with collective thinking. The central figure represents individual thought, while the crowd symbolizes group identity. Social organization. It reflects how societies often reward conformity, and silence dissent. The crowd appears organized and united, while the individual is marginalized. That was all. We've got identities, we've got social organization, now experiences. The image captures the emotional experience of standing alone, which many people face when challenging dominant opinions. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So there, these were the explicit and implicit details with the last phrase. That's important. The image suggests that being right does not mean being supported. Then the global themes picture. A lot. I mean, this silence is superb here. Now we have a personal interpretation. You might have your own. Personally, I interpret this image as a powerful reminder that truth and popularity are not the same. The central figure represents intellectual honesty, while the crowd symbolizes comfort and safety in numbers. The phrase, yes, you are all wrong, suggests courage, but also loneliness. It shows that critical thinkers often pay a social price for their opinions. Okay. Now, this image makes me feel admiration for the individual's bravery, discomfort, because standing alone is frightening, okay? Reflection, as it forces me to question whether I would speak up in the same situation. And there is also a sense of tension, as the crowd could easily turn hostile. Well, overall, this image highlights the timeless conflict between conformity and independent thought, reminding us that progress often begins with a single voice willing to stand apart. Okay? There are a lot of current situations, yeah, nowadays, and we can relate them to any of this. Okay? So think about it. This was like a opening, yes, breaking the ice to this topic. There's a lot to talk about. Okay? So what else can you think of? Any ideas? Any thoughts? Write them down in the comments. So, this is the first part of it. Okay, see you around. Bye, rockers. Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask, okay? And you can join our Rock and Talk sessions of the Conversation Club or take class on your own, okay? Bye bye.